my family, how are we doing? I want to create this video for everyone and anyone. I feel like we can all relate to a certain point in our fitness journey, whether that means putting muscle on, or whatever our definition of shedding fat was, or just simply wanting to feel better and healthier in our day-to-day routines. This is why I just wanted to sit down and have a chat about my 5 top tips that I did when I started my fitness journey. And quite honestly, I still apply these tips every single day, no matter where I'm at in my fitness journey. It's just a huge game changer. So with that being said, let's dive in. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Hi, hello, how are we? Happy whatever day of the week it is for you. As you can tell, Sir Benton is very, very needy at this moment. And I won't complain, okay? Because him and I have had a couple tiffs recently. So really in this video, I wanted to go over my top 5 tips in my fitness journey. Really when I was trying to transform my body, of like just really what helped me. And honestly, a lot of things that opened my eyes, because sometimes we read clickbaity things and we're like, oh, it's that simple. Like I can lose 20 pounds, but really it's not. What does that even mean for you? So I'm excited to just kind of dive into this video. With that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and let's get started. Okay, we are starting with the most important one, the most important thing in my journey, really in the beginning, and I think it'll be important to you. One is, or honestly, change it to whatever your goal is specifically, okay? What do you want? What do you want to achieve? Like, just try and be as specific with your goals, because if you just say, hey Sav, I want to lose 5 pounds before my Cabo trip, what does that mean? How are you even going to achieve that? Like, is that water weight? Do you just want it temporarily? Do you want this a lifestyle? You really have to dig deep. And I think this was the biggest barrier when I first started my fitness journey, is I constantly was in that like toxic cycle of being like, I'm gonna look at my scale and I need to lose 10 pounds. And I'd be like, what does that even mean? Like, what is my body fat percentage right now? Like, what should my normal weight be? Like, that can be so dangerous. So take away that mentality of weight loss and change it to whatever your goal is. If it's to put on lean muscle, if it's to bulk, if it is to be healthier, maybe improve your cardiovascular health, whatever it may be, pinpoint it. For those that follow my fitness journey, you all have known like the story behind it of I went to Europe and I had put on 10 extra pounds, whatever it may be. I just want you to know that I weigh more than what I weighed back when I wasn't happy with my body. And that is because I ended up putting more muscle on, but because it was muscle instead of fat, I look completely different. So just keep that in mind. That is why it is so important to me to take away that weight loss mentality, because maybe you want to have a snatched waist. Maybe you want a bigger booty. Like, it doesn't always mean what is the scale on the number. So get rid of that. Throw away that scale, my friends. Number 2 is don't just track your macros to track your macros. Find out why. Why are you wanting to track your macros? I don't even track my macros, and I don't think you have to track your macros to hit your fitness goal, okay? I think it can be helpful for some people, but at the same time, it can be extremely detrimental, and we can kind of obsess over it. So most importantly, pay attention to the why. Are you having enough protein in general? Why do you need carbs? A lot of the times, us females are taught like, oh, a joke, no carb diet. Like, I swear, like shows like Sex and the City, things like that would say, oh, I actually have never seen Sex and the City, I don't know, so I'm so sorry. But I've seen certain like jokes on TV where they're like on this crazy no carb diet. And so in my head, when I was growing up, I was like, oh, so that's how I'll lose weight, is no carbs. And so I tried a no carb diet in the beginning of college, and it went horribly for me. Horribly, okay? I'm not even gonna get into it. So become educated. Carbs are great for you. And if I had taken 2 seconds to YouTube what the heck proteins, fats, and carbs were and why we need them, it would have saved me a lot of pain, and I could have eaten as many potatoes as I wanted, okay? But like a great example of this is, did you know protein is extremely important in building muscle? And you're probably like, why? I don't even know why. Well, because there's amino acids that are in protein. That's like the building blocks of protein, is these amino acids. They help repair and maintain muscle tissue. So even think about people that consume protein after a workout. The protein helps you recover from workouts because maybe your muscles slightly tore during the exercise. Or, like I just said, I didn't even know carbohydrates are essential for a well-balanced diet and healthy body. They are like the body's preferred energy source and fuel like your vital organs, including your brain, your nervous system, your kidneys. It's so important to have that as an energy source in exercise. I am not a nutritionist. I'm not here to tell you if you're not doing a carb diet and it's working for you, good for you, girl. I'm not here to say that, but I'm just saying I didn't even think to research how carbs could possibly benefit me. But once again, there is just so much that goes into that. And if you are interested, I would totally recommend maybe researching a nutritionist channel or maybe just doing research on your own, because I can only go to a surface level where you might be able to be more educated elsewhere. Okay, 3 is whatever program, whatever your favorite influencer is doing. It may not work for your body, and that is okay. And really what I mean by this is, when I first started out in my fitness journey, I was so stubborn, okay? I'm a stubborn human being. You can ask my fiance, you can ask my parents. And I was like, I have been doing the elliptical. I have been playing volleyball. I think that lifting weights will make me bulky. And so for years in college, I just like went on the elliptical and did some sit-ups and thought I was gonna like be shredded. And I was so stubborn and I wouldn't change my beliefs. I wouldn't change like how I worked out. So if something is not working for you right now, if you are trying a program and it's not working for you, of course, be patient. It takes time, but swallow that pride or be open to trying something new, because it may be hard work, but maybe, just maybe, it'll change your body. You may have a completely different workout regimen than me. For me, I know what my body does. When I first started my fitness journey, we're going back to the first a lot, okay, for this video, but let me know if it's helpful. When I first started my fitness journey, I remember I did Taylor Chamberlain's app. This was like, oh my God, like 4 years ago maybe. She included 0 cardio. At least that's what I remember, was 0 cardio. There was nothing wrong with it. Name of the game, whatever. I was working on strength training and I bulked. And honestly, I felt so winded going upstairs. I lacked cardio completely. I didn't even realize, like, for heart health, cardiovascular health, it was important to maintain cardio. And there's nothing knocking on that program. It just was like not a fit for me. So I had to learn to alter. Hey, I love her strength training. I loved her workouts, honestly, but I need to figure out something that's gonna work better for me and how I wanna feel. And that means including cardio into my life still. Keep that in the back of your head, is if something's not working, or just because it's working for me, it may not work for you. So be open and be willing to do trial and error, okay? It's a lot of trial and error, let me tell you. All right, I hope you don't mind my swishy jacket, but it's my favorite jacket from Gymshark so far. 4 is put that scale away, okay? Hey, no way. I don't know, I'm trying to rhyme here. I was so crazy about my scale. I used to weigh myself weekly, sometimes daily, even sometimes monthly. Do whatever you want to do. If that helps you, if numbers help you, then more power to you. I'm not here to say it's a wrong thing, but for me and my mentality, and I'm just sharing what worked for me, I had to put the scale away. I had to stop comparing myself. Of course, if you want to take progress photos, videos, go for it. But the numbers for me messed with me. I didn't even realize how much it had affected me until a year ago. Michael asked me something about a scale and I was like, no, I don't want to step on it. I don't know what, it was something weird. And he's like, do you realize like you're like low-key a little traumatized from this? And like there's something that like you are associating with the scale that seems like you need to work through it. Like I didn't even realize how much it had scarred me and impacted me, and I almost connected my worth in my fitness journey to a number on the scale. Never do that. You are so much more than a number. That even scales back to me referring that I weigh more than the beginning of my fitness journey, really. So just be aware that like it only goes so far, and this is a process that you have to be patient with it. And if you are checking yourself weekly, you're gonna feel discouraged because it takes months. I didn't even see change for 6 to 8 months. So just be aware. For some people, it's instant. That is amazing. But if you're like me, it was not instant. It took me a long time to change my body, okay? Okay, last but definitely not least is 5, and that is find your why and find how you can sustain it on your own. Your fitness journey can be so much more than just wanting to look good for a vacation. If you want this as a complete lifestyle and you're sick of that just like roller coaster of being like, oh no, I have an event, or oh no, like I let it get away from me. If you want it as like a healthy lifestyle, you have to find your why. That is something that only you can do. And if you're like, Sav, well, what the heck is your why? My why is I want to remain as healthy as possible, live a very long life where I can be active. I have seen people in my family just like completely neglect their body, and it shows, and they don't feel the best, and they're complaining at a young age. And that was my why, is I want to feel healthy and happy and capable of doing anything no matter what my age. And I'm so lucky that both my parents equally have this life goal. And so I was so lucky to have like these people that I looked up to want to stay healthy no matter what their age. Like my mom is almost 60 and she's running like 5 miles a day, and I'm just like, go queen. Or my dad's getting back into the gym and doing HIIT exercises and learning something new. So it's just like, find your why and then build from that. Find it, make it be so much more than just like a challenge to get fit for an event, which once again, if that's what you want to do, girl, power to you. More for it. I would literally never say you can't do that. But if you want to sustain it, that's what you gotta do. You gotta find the why, okay? So I hope you liked this video. It was a little bit different, but I just love sitting down with you guys, chatting with you, and just kind of breaking down like what I've learned in my journey, because it's been years now, and I want to release the knowledge and talk to you guys about it. So with that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I will see you next time.